Hello and happy Thursday. Oh, happy Friday Eve. Welcome to Voice Matters Thursday Live. Today I'm talking about courageous speaking in the digital age. Let's start with what is courageous speaking on a normal day? Courageous speaking is speaking from our hearts, speaking from our souls, removing the emotional mask and the energetic armor, and allowing ourselves to be seen and heard and felt. Tapping into that place of presence where primal, the stuff before the neck, and purpose, our mission and our values meet. Presence begins where primal and purpose meet. That is so vulnerable and so beautiful. And sometimes our systems get really confused and think that an audience of people watching us, hanging on our every word, is the same kind of stimulus as a bear. If a bear walked into the room, I would go into fight, flight, or freeze. My amygdala would get triggered and I would be in that fight, flight, or freeze mode. And if a bear walked into the room, that would be the best thing. However, an audience full of people is not the same thing as a bear. In the digital age, we are connecting to people through these devices. And what that means is if you're gathering with a bunch of people on Zoom to give a speech or even to network, and you're really wanting to show up as the courageous leader and speaker that you know you are inside, that your soul knows you are, we are much closer to that group of people than we would be if we were live in the same space with them. If I was literally staring at a Zoom screen with 75 people on it, that would be 75 faces, 25 at a time, who are within about a foot to a foot and a half. We don't generally stand a foot to a foot and a half away from 25 people. So that raises our system's alerts even higher for the vast majority of us than would happen if we were actually in front of a crowd of 25 people with 6 to 12 or even more feet distance between us and that front row. So first, know this. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you, that fight or flight stuff is coming back up for you. Second, I would highly encourage doing some things to nourish and move your body before and after you get on each Zoom. It can be making some sounds like I often have us do. Wow, there's a lot of people. Or shaking it out like I often have us do. That is what the body would do normally if we actually came across a bear. Tons of hormones would be flooding through our system and we would run or fight or freeze and then shake it out after the running, the fighting, or the freezing. Another tip, in Zoom, if you're looking at yourself, turn your video off so that on top of all of the stimulation coming from those faces that your system is attempting to process, you're not also having to stare at yourself or train your eyes when you're shooting a live to look at the green light and not down at where you may be. Thanks so much. If you enjoyed this and you would like to stay in touch, please text empath, EMPATH, to the number that I will put in the comments, and you can get a free copy of the Visionary Soul's Guide to Authentic Speaking, and then we can also stay in touch. You are a unique and beautiful soul. Your voice is needed in the world. Your voice matters. I'll see you back here next Thursday for the next edition of Voice Matters Thursday Live. Bye bye.